So yeah, I first met Tyler. I was actually I was at a house party.
Then across the room, I noticed a strapping young gentleman in a deep V-neck sweater, pontificating as if he was the most important dude on earth. And I said, "That guy's an idiot. I want to be friends with him."
And then this guy comes up to me. This guy with this long Seattle haircut, in shutter shades. And he just goes up and he's like, "Hey, you wanna go get some Famous Bowls?"
Idiot called, "Hey, let's go to KFC."
I love KFC, so I'm like, absolutely, let's go.
And then after that, we headed over to GameStop. Always a good time.
This is actually the first time that we went into GameStop, and he's like, "Yo, play some Guitar Hero." So we went in and we just started playing Guitar Hero. He's far, far better than me. I'm terrible at the game. It must be why I'm actually so much better at guitar than he is.
Well, the first time I saw Vahlopolis the No-Ways, I was at Patriot Place, and I was walking around shopping. Normal day, and I went to GameStop, and there were these guys in there playing Rock Band. I said immediately, "These guys have talent. These guys are gonna be something." And right then and there, I signed them.
"Hey, you guys want a contract?" And they're like, "Yeah, well, what else? We got nothing to do. We're just bored."
Signed them right then and there. I said, "You know what? This is the future. This is the future of rock and roll."
Yo, can I take this guitar off? It kind of hurt. One of the big frustrations that we have that I really wasn't expecting was dealing with the suit. Sam, our manager. It's absurd. He yells at us about how we were a bad investment, that he shouldn't have ever signed us.
The way managers get paid, managers like myself, what we do is we take 10% cut of what the band produces. This is the standard of the industry. So I go in and I sign these guys. I think, okay, I'm going to make 10% whatever happens. So turns out they don't make anything. These guys, they actually don't produce in any sense. They produce no recordings. They don't show up to the gigs, and they don't even practice. Their practices, which don't even produce money, they don't even do those. So my 10% is jack shit, because these guys, there's no 90% for them either. But I don't think they care.
All he complains about is money. He thinks that's what it's about, but that's not what we're about at all. I should have told him up front. The last thing the Vahlopolis the No-Ways will ever do is make money.
Nothing. It's nothing. I take a loss on these guys. It's a disgrace.
How do I define Vahlopolis and the No-Ways as music? I actually can't, because they are so indie that their music is beyond my comprehension, beyond your comprehension.
We just have so many influences. It's just a wonderful experience. We've never got to meet any of them.
But they were saying, we want to be better than the Beatles. So if we do everything the Beatles have done and more, we'll achieve something. Doesn't make sense either. This is the stuff I have to deal with.
How are we not better than the Beatles? We dress better. We're not back in the 60s. We didn't blow our minds on acid. We're not idiots. Which the Beatles really were.
It is insane how many influences from different subgenres and subgenres: emo, electronica, synth pop, 80s hair metal, early 60s rock, British invasion, Japanese pop, lesbian rock, crazy stuff.
There's even they wanted to do Beethoven. They wanted to do all 9 of Beethoven's symphonies with guitar, only guitar and some drums. That's it.
He tries to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. It's crap.
This is what I have to do with. The intelligence level of these people is so low, but their opinion of themselves is so high that it just leads to just utter absurdity.
Now, Sam Martin. I wouldn't say he's a bad manager. I wouldn't say he's a good manager. He is a manager. I first met him in the woods of Maine, United States of America, located in North America, Northern Hemisphere. Earth, third planet from the Sun, or Sol, Milky Way Galaxy, Dimension 126. Well, anyway, I encountered him in the process of getting sodomized by a large white-backed male wolf, and, of course, I could not let this stand. Animals must learn their place in comparison to us humans. So, I killed it with this hand. The natives call that one the wolf killer. They call me James Nolan, in case you were wondering. And that is when we ate a sandwich made of the wolf. Victory. How sweet it is.
Their style is so indie that it's like they can't even say indie because it's like too mainstream for them. It's like in or like die or maybe like indie without the E. I don't know. So their music is so indie that as I said before, you can't even call it indie. It's way too mainstream.
Because we're already the best. We're bigger than the Beatles. We're obviously bigger than Jesus. And if Eric Clapton is God, well, then we're bigger than Eric Clapton, and we're bigger than God.
Well, Mark Vahlopolis sees himself as a natural talent, a virtuoso. You see, he doesn't think he needs to practice.
Just Sam, why that one big and that one not?
So the typical rehearsal is really just them acting like the fools that they truly are.
You boys ready for the intramural hockey game tomorrow night?
What intramural hockey?
I was watching
forget these ideas.
T3!
Right by
the Mighty Ducks! Last night!
Are you an
on
idiot?
TBS!
Every time you see a sports movie, you want to have to do intramural sport.
Freaking!
What is wrong with you?
Freaking coach is the man! He lives in his giant house! Are you freaking hating enough? Using the coach! Why?
Basically, they get the instruments, they set them up, incorrectly of course, but they think they've done it right.
Sam, why guitar not work?
It's an electric guitar.
Vahlopolis. I would say he's not the worst mistake I've ever made. That would be Megan Fox. However, his hair might just be worse. That one wasn't me. That was his head, his scalp, to be specific. I suppose if you carry it back to the source, I am indirectly responsible for his scalp and thus his hair. But I didn't know the boy would let it get so out of control so fast.
Then they proceed to not play them and to not actually practice, but more to spend the time so that they can insist to other people that they have in fact practiced. Nice denim jacket.
Hey, shut up, man! There's not enough denim being worn by any of them, which makes them not good.
Okay, so this next song, is a little acoustic electric action going on. 'Cause, we're all about that, mixing sound. Kyle's just getting a little ready with his favorite song, the Roll Tide Roll song. We just really love, the University of Alabama. We love, Alabama's a state. They've done so much for us. We just love that state more than any other state in the Union. They've just given so much to us. We're just going to give a little back. I just love Alabama. Thank you. Thank you, Alabama. So, 1, 2.
Mark. As your manager, I have to tell you, you got to play for your audience. You need to actually start taking this into account because no one in Alabama has ever even heard of you, let alone listen to you.
Coming from Mobile, Alabama, I had to go all the way up to Boston to see, Vahlopolis the No-Ways. And the first time I heard the music, the two words that entered my head were audible chocolate.
Have you checked the Facebook fan page?
People 5 pounds
we have fans in Alabama.
Have never.
So then, you play the instruments for a while until Sam says, "Rawr!" And then you shut them off or whatever, smash them. And then Sam tells us we can't afford to smash instruments because we don't have any money because we don't sell anything.